So, hey guys, I thought I'd start today off with an elephant. Surprise, surprise. So, I'm not sure precisely what compelled me to want to start today with him, but there you go. Another elephant. I like the fact that his toenails are contrast there. Very nifty. Feels like it's some sort of stone. But I'm not sure, to be honest. I like elephants. So, elephants aside, I wanted to, let you guys know that there will probably be a backgammon basics. It's just been delayed due to, well, my inability to complete it to any reasonable fashion. Well, that's what it comes down to. I tried, it sucked, it got deleted. Sorry, guys. So, also, I've been, or at least I tried to work on, another thing I put in the comments was doing a Whisper of Walden by Henry David Thoreau. I can't find my copy of it, so I was trying to do it reading from the computer screen. And, well, it just wasn't having the desired vibe. So, if I can't find my copy, I guess I will take a trip to a used bookstore and find a copy. Plus, I think if I just did it, kind of low light, put on my reading glasses and just sort of read from the book, flipping of pages, that sort of thing, like I was actually, well, not a role play sort of thing. I will actually be reading you a book. I don't know. I think that is just a much better approach than trying to do the computer screen read thing. It just wasn't working for me. So I doubt it would have worked that well for you guys either. So if you'll have patience, you'll probably end up with a better video. So there's that. Okay, so enough with regrets, apologies, and delays. I purposely did not script this with little flashcards as I've done in the past. That I just sort of collected some doodads and whatnot. So, what first? Oh, how about this? This you guys have seen probably in a couple of places. I know that the brushing thing is popular. And it is a paintbrush. That's what they called it when I bought it at the art supply store. However, I use it for glue. Well, I'll just leave it at that. I think maybe someday I'll make a video where it makes some sense. Those of you who do crafty nonsense probably already have ideas about what I probably do with it. But best to have some mystery, right? So, and I've been thinking of possibly doing something that was just a brush kind of a video. But this is the only brush I've got. So I'd have to acquire some more. I don't know. I suppose I could go to the store and get some just simple, basic makeup brushes or something. Maybe I could do a makeup video, right? Yeah. Would be pretty silly. Well, I could definitely do this kind of a thing. That would be all right. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me do it here. Probably not the most ideal setup for mic and the camera. But if I use that camera, which is just the webcam thing, and with these mics, I can just do it all in one fell swoop as opposed to using my other camera and then recording the audio, and then I have to sync it up, and it seemed like overkill for a show and tell. Anyway, so that's what's going on here. Okay, so next, what do we have? How about this guy? I have a few of these face sort of things. Masks, facial representation sculptures. They typically come from various places from around the world. It started many years ago. A friend of mine, brought back a mask from a trip when he went to Bali in Indonesia. And it was cool. I really liked it. He got me 2 different masks. Anyway, after that, other people started bringing me back. A friend of mine went to a trip down to see the pyramids, etc., in Mexico, so they brought back a little mask. Another friend of mine, she went to Africa and brought back several masks, actually. Anyway, so I started getting masks as gifts some 20 years ago. And then people just started getting me gifts of masks or facial stuff. This one, from the eyes and teeth, I'm not sure where it's from, to be honest, but I have a couple of masks from Sri Lanka that have similar eyes and teeth, but the masks that I've gotten from other places in Southern Asia and various islands, etc., also seem to have this kind of bug eye sort of effect. And I don't know enough about it, to be honest. And I just collect them because they're gifts, and I enjoy all the weird facial representation stuff going on. And to be honest, I think it's good that it's not something super significant from a cultural standpoint. I'm pretty sure all of these masks that I own are manufactured craft art for the purpose of being consumable by people from outside of the culture doing the manufacturing. Because, frankly, I think it would be kind of disrespectful for me to have something that had some true religious or other cultural significance. So, I think it's cool art. And there you go. But I know pretty much nothing about it. It is really cool, though. Ha ha ha. Okay, next it's going to be a book, which means the eyeglasses. Keep that out, right? Yeah, doesn't matter. You guys know what I look like. That sounds okay. I'm going to do this without the headphones, just, well, I wanted to give it a shot. See how it goes. So, well, I've clearly done something to these and bent them. Well, I'm not going to worry about it tonight, so they'll work. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. God, I must have sat on these or something. Anyway. You make that out. The Song of Roland. You know, I pulled this out because I was looking for Walden, and I couldn't find Walden. I came across this in my search for Walden, but I can't remember why I put it in the stuff to talk about today. So, I guess my age is catching up with me. It is a cool book. Let's see. Based on the massacre in 778 of Charlemagne's rearguard at Roncesvalles, I'm sure I totally mispronounced that, in northern Spain, the Song of Roland transforms a legendary defeat into an epic clash between Christianity and paganism. At the heart of the poem is the account of the warrior Roland, Charlemagne's nephew and captain of his rearguard, who valiantly leads his men into battle against a vast pagan host and dies, defiant and triumphant, on a hill facing the enemy. The scene that recounts his death is one of the greatest in world literature. The oldest extant epic poem in French, the Song of Roland, is a celebration of the crusading and feudal values of the 12th century. Its skillful structure and poetic intensity make it the most famous of the chansons de geste. I don't speak French, so I'm sure I screwed that royally. I don't know much about 12th century French poetry. I got it and read it because I have a thing for medieval chivalric stuff in general. The Mabinogion, which is a Welsh thing. Of course, Mallory's Le Morte d'Arthur, you know, the whole Arthurian legend stuff. And of course, everybody's thing, Tennyson, what is it, the Idylls of the King. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. God, it's been a million years since I read that. And for the life of me, I can't remember why I wanted to talk about this, but it is cool. It's a book. Books are good. I guess I'm still a bit of a romantic throwback. I don't have a Kindle or it's such an electronic reader. Suppose you might make the argument they're good because they say paper, but I don't know. I like books several flipping of pages. Here, let's just do this. The Emperor goes over to a pine tree. He summons his barons to conclude his council. Duke Algier and Archbishop Turpin, Richard the Old and his nephew Henry, and the valiant Count Assellian of Gascony, I'm sure it's good, Tedbald of Rheims and his cousin Milon, and Guerre and Garin were there too. You know, they do this in a lot of old of these poems. It's kind of reminiscent of the catalog of ships from Homer and the Iliad, where they always tell you everybody who's there. I don't know. Ongoing weirdness. So, anyway, interesting stuff. Oh well, so I can't remember why I brought it out, but it's a cool book. It's knights, there's battles. Yeah, there you go. Okay, what's next? Oh, this little doohickey. Weird little hook on here. So I'll read these for a minute. This I got out just because it's a bit of a confusing, weird device. Let's see if you can. I don't know if you can make it out on the. Oops, let's see if I can. Now it's too. It's got this etched in logo thing there. You can't really quite make it out. Anyway, it was for a company called Docent, and it's a company that I worked for. The last time I did any work for them was in. Well, probably like 10 years ago. Actually, I don't. Probably 2002, actually. They're a software company. Docent, as you might imagine. They made educational software for delivery of educational content online, mostly geared towards a corporate market like, you know, insurance and actually we did one project for Harvard Business School Law Publishing. Anyway, software thing, learning, e-learning. To the best of my knowledge, last time I ran into anybody that kind of knew somebody who knew somebody kind of thing, I don't think they exist anymore. As a matter of fact, I think they ended up merging with one of their competitors and, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. The thing is, I get that marketing is supposed to be about getting your name out there, recognition, brand recognition, etc., etc. The more times people see your name, they're going to become, eventually there'll be a saturation point and they become familiar, they'll recognize, like, oh, right, that's those guys. I just don't really see the connection between this little nifty knife keychain thing and software for managing and delivering educational content via the internet. Maybe I'm dense. And it's a nifty device, but it just has always baffled me as to, I don't know. It amuses me. Okay, this I also found when I was going through stuff looking for Walden. There you go. This is one of my all-time favorite movies, not just favorite westerns, but favorite movies, period. If you don't agree, fine, I don't really care. Soundtrack's also really cool. That's right? Iconic to say the least. The thing that's amusing about this isn't the fact that I have it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite movies. You'll notice there's the significance there. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. why I have this. See, it might make some good tapping noises. It's kind of loud. Maybe not. I don't know. Sorry, I keep going between looking at you guys and looking at the screen. I'm trying to make sure I stay in the camera as well as keep an eye on the record level so we don't. Anyway, I don't own a VHS player. I have not for a long time. So, well, there you go. There's the thing. It's like, I love the movie. Why this is in my possession is a strange thing. But there you go. Good movie. Sort of outdated media, though, or, well, media in the sense of how you distribute content. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see, what else was there? This. Another elephant. This one's really, really cool. Plus, it's a box. So, to me, it appears that it's got a pretty specific shape intended for maybe a specific device, object, something. Maybe not. I like it though. It's an elephant with elephants. How cool is that? Hopefully that isn't getting too loud when I slip the top too far. Anyway, more elephants. You know, I have a lot of elephants, so, someday I will maybe just gather them all up and we'll just do every friggin' single elephant I own, including ones that appear in artwork on the wall, maybe, because, like, for example, the Dali's version of the Temptation of St. Anthony. Check it out. You can Google it. I'm sure it'll show up. Really, really cool. Well, if you don't like Dali, you won't dig it, but anyway, elephants are cool. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. Okay. Sorry about that. Next, I will put back on my horribly bent reading glasses. God, they're dirty too. What did I do to these things? Yeah, that'll have to do. At least I can see better now. So, came across some stuff. Actually, I came across this stuff looking for this stuff. But as there's not much to this, I'll save it for the last. Well, not much in volume. But, in any case, I was going through pictures and things. Don't get too excited. Well, you'll see when we get there. Anyway, I came across these that I thought were really cool. There's some postcards from a friend of mine. This is Arundel Cathedral. Oops. There you go. It's a friend of mine that lives in the UK. He's actually an art lecturer. He used to live in Southsea, but he just moved, and actually he moved a while ago, and I can't think of where he moved to. Actually, one time I was visiting him, he lived in Southsea, but he taught in Bournemouth. Bournemouth? Yeah, right. Anyway, here's an ancient postcard of Southsea. I don't know, can you make that out? Southsea. Nifty. I don't know, I like stuff like postcards. Here's another one of the cathedral. These are probably the crappiest thing to try and show you guys this way, but I don't know, they amuse me, so hopefully you'll find them amusing as well. Dursingen village sign. It's basically just, dude, why don't you mail me stuff more often? Bill, you're a slagging slacker. Yeah, anyway. I keep going the wrong way. Yeah, that's nifty English countryside postcards. Ooh, looks pretty cool, I think. That's kind of a nice sound. This is, they just amuse me. Actually several years ago, I went on vacation to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and so I stayed at this place called the Wind Chimes, and there's the free postcards they give you, basically it's sort of a, they give you the postcard. It's free advertising for their establishment, which is fine. It was a nice place. It was like 2 blocks from the beach and really nice place, and everybody there was really friendly. Very cool. Yeah, I could see, Puerto Rico being one of those places that, when you have fantasies about retiring, I don't know. Okay, so let's do this in a particular order. These are some pictures that I found. So I'm going to start with these. Now, we'll try this. Actually, this just gave me a thought. I'm going to do this. This is just a silly nonsense thing. It's sort of a trivia question kind of a deal. I took these pictures wow, let's see, like 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago. And I think the landmarks in these pictures might be recognizable enough so that if you have been to the place or are from the place, you might recognize it. If you haven't, well, sorry, you're not going to recognize it. I'm just curious because this is the internet and who knows who this all reaches. I know that there are viewers to YouTube and whispering in general, at least from the country in question. Yeah, so this is just more for my own curiosity to see if anybody recognizes this. So if you do, send me a message. There's no prize or anything, but yeah. It's a water tower, if you can make it out. Yeah, that's going out a window. So a water tower out an attic room, a window. Here's some public artwork. See if I can get that so you can see it. Can you make that out? It's in a little public square area. It's a circle with something that looks like it might be a house on top. And then there's this. A big church tower. So I don't know who's. I'm just curious. I doubt anybody's going to recognize it because I don't think I'm that good of a photographer, but I was just curious to see. So if nobody recognizes it, don't worry about it. If you do, let me know because it would amuse me. That brings me to an idea. I've noticed a couple of people doing contests and they seem to be sort of fun. People seem to enjoy that idea. I'm not adverse to it, actually. I think it might be kind of a cool, fun idea to do. I just have no idea. Well, bent glasses, let's take these off for now. What I would do in the form of a contest, like what the prize would be, what the contest itself should be. So, anyway, don't worry about that. If I think of something, I will keep you guys apprised, obviously. So, now for the big finale. So, a long time ago, people had asked if there was pictures of me without the beard. And the short answer is, yeah, there are some, not many. Actually, very, very few. And there's even fewer that I'm going to show you guys because most of them are group shots and I'm not comfortable showing those. However, I did find a couple of pictures of me from ages ago. One, I do have a beard, although it's not this monstrosity. And then two without a beard. So anyway, this is me 20 years ago. How's that for freakiness? It just amuses me. And actually, that's me in the UK with my friends on my friend's couch. This next one, I don't want to show the whole picture because it's got somebody else in it, but that's from the same time period, but it's not in the UK. I don't know, can you make that out? That's me. Haha, what a goofball. Okay, now this one is clean shaven and it's kind of ridiculous. This is me on my wedding day. I don't know where those sunglasses came from. I don't remember those. I don't ever remember owning sunglasses like that. Anyway, it's well, there's me in a tuxedo with no facial hair. And I don't know. It amuses the hell out of me to look at it, but anyway, hopefully you guys find it amusing as too. So, there you have it. That'll wrap up today's show and tell. Hope it was relaxing at least and amusing. And, well, you guys know where to find my videos, so I hope everybody's doing well and chilling out and relaxing and getting